Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2016 mid-month readings. I hope everyone is having a wonderful December so far and a happy holiday season. I am using the Gilded Tarot deck as usual by artist Cyril Marchetti, drawing 8 cards, even though we are focusing more on the last half of December. I'm still going to use the same 8 card spread with an additional ninth card from the bottom of the deck for overall energy and advice. These are general readings, so of course they're not going to mean the same or resonate the same for everyone who watches. So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well. You may find that they play out a little more predictively for you this month, or just give you additional insights into what's going on in your life right now. Thank you always to those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow my channel. Welcome to any newcomers. Thank you so very much for your support and feedback. Keep those wonderful comments coming. I enjoy them so very much. Thank you to everyone who continues to reach out for personal one-on-one readings, both the first timers, the occasional ones, and my regular clients. Thank you for the regular updates by them, by you, by the way, my regular clients, that is. I really love hearing how the readings continue to play out in your lives, and I'm very grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And if anyone is interested in a personal reading with me, you can click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information in detail and my email address. You can email me at Maggie, the number one McGuire at gmail.com. I do readings full time, 6 days a week, so I'm able to get back with you pretty quickly. Current turnaround time is anywhere from a couple of days upwards of a couple of weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks we can set up a reading for you. I would be delighted to work with you or anyone else. I always get a lot of requests for gift readings during the holiday season, which you can purchase at any time, but they do make wonderful, unique Christmas gifts for people. And I do also offer a 75-minute, 24-card spread, yearly overview and outlook, which again, you can do at any time during the year. It covers 12 months from the time of the reading, but it's always quite popular at the end of the year when we're headed into a new year. So if you're interested in that, just mention it in the email. So moving right along, we'll get right into this reading. This is for Sagittarius for December 2016 mid-month. What does the remainder of December 2016 and the remainder of the year have in store for the fire sign of Sagittarius? Our fun-loving Sagittarians. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? What does the last half of December 2016 hold for our Sagittarians? Sagittarius, December 2016, mid-month. Okay, we begin with the Five of Cups, followed by the Ace of Swords. We have the Six of Swords, followed by the King of Swords. Lots of mental energy here. The King of Cups, followed by the Eight of Wands. And the Fool, followed by the Three of Cups. What a great way to end the month and the year. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is the Empress. Beautiful. Let's just take a look. Sagittarius. Okay, let's begin. So we find ourselves in the middle of December 2016 with the energy of the Five of Cups, followed by the Ace of Swords. So the Five of Cups. Cups is that suit that governs our emotions and feelings and relationships, love. It is ruled by the element of water, so very fluid, mercurial suit as our emotions do tend to be. The Five of Cups is a card of focusing a little too much mental and emotional energy on what's lost, on grief, on what's been taken away from you, perhaps on negativity or any emptiness in your life. This man is sunk down to his knees in his grass, you can see, and he's mourning the loss of whatever was in these cups that are tipped over and spilled out. All of his attention is focused on whatever this represents: loss, grief. But behind him are these two beautiful goblets, still upright, still full, representing that there are still blessings in his life, in his environment to be grateful for and appreciate. And they can also represent opportunities which may be coming along very quickly or which are already there, which he might miss because his focus is only on loss, on grief, on negativity, which is often related to the past, being stuck in the past. So it looks like for some of you, Sagittarius, around the middle of December, there is too much of a focus on perhaps any loss or grief you've had in your life, or maybe difficult or negative experiences you've had recently, or even from long ago. And I know the holiday season can be kind of difficult for a lot of people, particularly if you don't have a lot of friends or family around you. It's can be emotionally difficult for people. It's a time where they kind of tend to dwell on sometimes things they've lost or things that they wish they had in their lives but don't currently have. So Spirit is asking you here, for those of you for whom that resonates, to pull back some of that energy because and focus on blessings that are still in your life and opportunities which are still out there for you. Because we can't look in two directions at once. If we're looking backwards, that's where our attention is. If we're focused on the present and keeping an eye on the future, then that's where attention is. So Spirit is asking you to pull back some of that energy, and take another look around at what is still in your life, the people, places, situations that are in your life, and opportunities which are still out there, to have a different outlook and perspective on it, which is going to help you overcome whatever it is that may be emotionally challenging for you right now. That Five of Cups is paired with the Ace of Swords, which is more advice here for you. Swords is governed by air. Swords is a very mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. It's about our thoughts, our belief systems, how we look at things, words, ideas, communication. Aces are the one, they represent beginnings, new potential, something which comes in and catches us, but it's a seed. It represents the potential of what it could grow into. So this is mental, cerebral, intellectual energy with swords here. So the Ace of Swords represents a new outlook, a fresh perspective on something. The Ace of Swords comes in, and because swords is about truth and clarity and insight, the Ace of Swords comes in like this sword and cuts away all the extraneous fantasy and illusion and even emotion from it, and exposes something for what it truly is, the reality and clarity of what truly is. This can be the light bulb going off moment, the epiphanic moment, but it does represent a new way of looking at something, a new consideration of something, a fresh and different perspective and outlook. So I feel like you're being asked, Sagittarius, for those of you for whom maybe this may be a difficult or emotionally challenging time right now, there are still beautiful things in your life, still blessings there, still opportunities out there coming from you for you. It is time to take your eye off the past, your eye off loss and grief. Stand up, dust yourself off, and realize that life is still beautiful. It's still meant to be lived, and there are still opportunities out there for you to stand back and have a different look, a different perspective. Some of you, this may already be coming in. Something may have come in. You're getting a different, fresh perspective that's going to help you overcome this Five of Cups energy, and help you see the beauty and joy and opportunity for that still remains, because it is there. And that energy continues in the next combination of cards. We have the Six of Swords, followed by the King of Swords. So the Six of Swords, this is very nice energy. It's a softer, quieter, more somber energy, but still positive and forward moving. The Six of Swords represents moving away from a troubled, turbulent, painful, or chaotic time. This Five of Cups energy, moving away from that into a more healing and peaceful and restorative time. A strong element of healing and restoration, sickness into health, darkness into light, winter into spring kind of feeling. It can also represent actual travel. So some of you may be traveling, taking a trip, relocating, and that is also part of the healing process for you as well. But for others, it's just the energy of moving into a peaceful, quieter, more healing and restorative time for you. It's a transitional energy, meaning that difficult or painful place which you are healing from, moving away from. You are moving out of it. You're not in it anymore. You're not quite at the other place where the healing is complete and all the pieces are together, but you're definitely moving forward that. And this is the energy. That's what the energy of the Six of Swords represents. You do take your thoughts and feelings with you, so try not to hold on to any bitterness or resentment you may have from previous negative experiences. Take the what joy you can, take the lesson, the value of the lessons learned with you, and try to leave any bitterness and anger and resentment behind you, because wherever we go, we take those with us if we don't let them go as well. Now that Six of Swords is paired with the King of Swords. Now the King of Swords would represent kings and queens are people who have matured and are older. They've kind of evolved a bit. They're not kids or immature people anymore, although sometimes we can all act immaturely. Uh, And it's showing up as a king, although this is a general reading and there's a lot of you watching, so we can't be gender specific. This could be a male or a female person, but I feel it's an actual specific individual for you, likely an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, because swords is governed by the element of air. Could be their sun, moon, or rising sign, or someone who just strongly manifests the character traits of the King of Swords. This would be somebody who's, because he's mastered the energy of his suit, this is somebody who's very intelligent, if not also well educated, a truth seeker, fact finder, very informative, logic based individual, somebody who tends to come from a place of thought before emotion, not really prone to being spontaneous or impulsive, because they tend to think things through before they do anything, because this is a cerebral, mental, more intellectual sort of person. Um, the King of Swords, the court cards of the Suit of Swords, they can come across sometimes as emotionally distant or emotionally detached. They're not always necessarily. They just come from a place of thought before emotion. And they've been known to sacrifice their own emotions on the altar of reality of what is truth. They're very good people to seek honest feedback and opinion from. So paired with the Six of Swords, the story's going to split off of a few different ways depending on who's watching. For some of you, what you're actually healing from or needing to heal from or moving on from and healing and getting some peace and restorative energy from. Some of you, what you're moving away from is your connection with this King of Swords, this male or female that this represents. Perhaps some of you were in a relationship with this person and there was a bad breakup and you've been healing from that, and you're finally moving away from that negative energy around that person. For some of you, this could represent somebody who's playing a significant role in helping you heal and move away from something difficult, painful, and traumatic, or just challenging for you. Something which represents loss and grief. For others of you, this could be a relationship that has come back together again. There's been a healing or a reconciliation, and together you guys are moving through a healing and recovering process, coming back together, whether that's in a romantic sense or just healing whatever it was that was between the two of you. I feel like it's of course gonna play out different ways. Whoever this King of Swords is, whether he's the source of this pain or the source of the healing, or your partner or somebody, he's playing a significant role or he's been a significant factor. But it's a healing restorative energy, either away or with or because of this individual, whether it's male or female, because I am feeling it quite strongly as an actual individual for you, not just the energy for you to manifest. So it feels very specifically oriented. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an air sign person. And it could represent a situation which includes this person for some of you too. Again, there's a lot of you watching and it's going to play out differently, but the fundamental energy is the same. You are moving into a restorative, healing, peaceful place, whether it's with this person, because of this person, or from this person, or whatever the energy represents, this time period. It's mostly thoughts and emotions around this as well. It could be job or career energy as well, but I'm not really, we don't have any pentacles energy here, and I'm not really kind of channeling any of that. So next to that, we have the combination of the King of Cups, followed by the Eight of Wands. So the King of Cups, we have another individual here, likely a water sign individual, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or somebody who strongly manifests the character traits of this King of Cups. And this king has reached the mastery of his or her suit. Cups is emotions, feelings, relationships, love. So this king is somebody who's, again, an older, reflective, mature individual, not necessarily chronologically, but somebody who's just manifesting that energy. Somebody who, because he's mastered that emotional sector, he's emotionally stable, emotionally grounded individual, loving, nurturing, supportive, always knows the right thing to say. He's often referred to as the king of cool because the King of Cups is able to keep his cool, keep his emotional balance, even when his surroundings or the people around him are losing their heads or the environment is chaotic. He's always kind of the anchor, the rock. He's emotionally grounded and centered as well, but a loving, supportive individual. Now that King of Cups is paired with the Eight of Wands. So we have fire energy here because the suit of Wands is governed by the element of fire. So it's an active, dynamic, fluid suit. It's about creating, building, manifesting, change, movement, action, power. The Eight of Wands is a card of communication. It's also a card of news and information en route, coming quite quickly. It can represent also communication being exchanged, swift, profound communication, but it represents news and information on its way or being exchanged. You can see that these wands, which represent the news, the information, the communication, they've already left their point of origin. They haven't quite reached their destination yet, but they're en route. So this King of Cups is somebody else, a water sign individual, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or someone like that who is you are communicating with, exchanging news information with, or some is coming quite quickly from this King of Cups individual. And I feel like this is very positive news and information that's coming, and I feel like it is uplifting or it's going to be uplifting. And I feel like for some of you, this is somebody you're going to be spending the holiday times with. This information, and there's a loving, emotionally secure base to it as well. This could be a partner, a romantic connection, a best friend, a close family member, but there's a very strong emotionally connected element to it. I feel like for some of you, he's playing a very strong supportive role in helping you move through this healing process as well. And it could be going from one relationship to another, or this is a new relationship for you that you've gotten into. But there's also, for some of you, information, messages, news, whatever communications being exchanged with this King of Cups between the two of you, because I feel it's quite mutual. It's going to be quite mutual. It's very happy, uplifting news because it leads right into the end of the month here. This combination, we have the Fool and the Three of Cups. There's some kind of cause of celebration here. And for some of you, it's just going to be a holiday energy, Christmas, New Year's. You're spending time with friends and family, people you feel really authentic with, really connected with, whose company you really enjoy. And I feel like that King of Cups is playing kind of a center primary role here. The Three of Cups is a celebratory card. There's a very strong social energy to this of being with a group of people in whose company you don't feel like you have to pretend at all. Very connected, kinship, soulmate, kindred spirit kind of energy, whether in a friendship or family based or romantic sense as well. You feel very connected with this group of people, and you're really wrapping up the year, Christmas and New Year's, in a lovely celebratory, enjoying each other's company, everybody's company energy. There's a sense of new beginnings, brand new beginnings, because we also have the Fool, my favorite card, major arcana card, significant, profound energies here. The Fool represents new beginnings, brand new beginning. The energy of the Fool actually represents that time in between when something completely ends and right before something new begins, that space in between where the possibilities are endless, are infinite. Anything's possible, everything's possible. Kind of the breath before the first step, where everything just kind of stretches out in front of you. The Fool is here to remind us that while it is always good to have a destination, to set your goals and to work towards those goals, the Fool is here to remind us that the real joy and value is in the journey itself, is in walking each step of the journey. The joys, the sorrows, the lessons learned along the path. That's where the value of life and how we evolve comes from the journey itself, not so much in being goal focused or destination oriented. The fool knows he has a childlike faith and confidence that he's going to get to where he's supposed to get in the time frame he's supposed to get there in the manner in which he get there. He's not worried about it. He's not worried about whether he's got enough socks for the journey. He's just all about the really living each step of the journey, kind of the carpe diem of it. The Fool is also here to remind us that it is perfectly all right and sometimes even necessary to step outside our comfort zone and take a bit of a risk in order to achieve these infinite possibilities. So, strong encouragement for you to forge ahead, particularly if whatever this information or news is that you're exchanging with this King of Cups individual is about doing something different, entering into something completely new and different, but lovely celebratory energy and feeling around that as well. Now, your crowning card, Sagittarius, very similar, another major arcana card, the Empress. She is the go card, the green light card for beginning anything new, new projects, new relationships, new jobs. She's about fertility, rebirth, pregnancy, growth, about the time being right to plant seeds, which will, as they're taken care of, later manifest and grow into something else. She's also about new beginnings as well. And I feel that there's this connection somehow with this news and information coming towards the end of the month about starting something new, going into something new. It may be something you've never done before, or with an individual you've not been with before. The type, again, it's going to play out differently. But the Empress is saying, go for it. The time is right to begin something, to plant the seed so that something can begin to grow and manifest. Some of you, this fertility, pregnancy energy may be quite literal. You may be giving birth or conceiving this month as well. Strong energy of nurturing and self-care as well. So make sure to take care of yourself, particularly for those of you who are going through what looks like a healing process or going through getting to the end of a healing process for you. So, lovely energy, and what a fabulous way to wrap up the year with the energy of the Fool and the Three of Cups. So, Sagittarius, that pretty much wraps up your December reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you find it useful. I thank you very much for watching it. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal one on one reading with me, you can click on that little About button for more information and email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I do still have some openings left between now and the end of the year for you, or as a gift, or with the yearly overview as well. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the very first January general readings of the year 2017. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. A Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year to all of you. And I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.